In this video, we will be discussing anatomical directional terms. Anatomical terms help us to identify the location of both internal and external body structures. Most of these terms are used to identify where something is located on the body relative to another body part. These terms refer to the locations of human body parts as they occur in the universal anatomical position. The anatomical position is an upright standing position with arms at the side, palms facing forward, and both feet together. When we need to describe the location of a body part as being above or below another body part, we use the terms superior and inferior. When a body part is superior, it is considered vertically closer to the top of the head in the anatomical position. On the other hand, a body part is considered inferior if it is closer to the bottom of the feet. For example, with the abdomen as the point of reference, we could say that it is both superior to the pelvis and inferior to the chest. When we need to describe the location of a body part as in front of or behind another body part, we use the terms anterior and posterior. Like other anatomical directional terms, a body part being either anterior or posterior depends on the point of reference. Anterior is towards the front of the body, while posterior is towards the back of the body. For example, the nose is anterior to the ears, and using these same points of reference, we can say that the ears are posterior to the nose. Please note that the terms ventral and dorsal are also used interchangeably with anterior and posterior when referring to both human and animal body parts. However, the terms anterior and posterior are mainly used for locating human body parts. If you want to describe the location of something that is relative to the middle of the body, you would use the term medial. To identify something located medially, you would create a midline division of the body. The midline is an imaginary line that goes from top to bottom and divides your body into two equal parts, left and right. When you have the midline, the body part that is closer to the midline division is medial to the structure farther from the midline. The structure that is farther away from the midline is referred to as lateral. Whether you use lateral or medial to describe a structure largely depends on the site you have to describe. Here are some examples. The bicep muscle in the upper arm is lateral to the pectoral muscle in the chest. Further, in the anatomical position, we could say that the pinky finger is medial to the thumb. Proximal and distal are used to describe the location of points on a limb relative to that limb's connection to the torso. The proximal site is the one that is closer to the limb's point of attachment, while the distal site is the point that lies further away from the point of attachment. As an example, the wrist is considered distal to the elbow, and the elbow is proximal to the wrist. Superficial and deep are the last two directional terms we will cover. Superficial refers to a location towards the surface of a body structure or organ, while deep is concerned with the location that is towards the center of a body structure or organ. For instance, if we look at a cross-section of the skin, the top skin layer, called the epidermis, is superficial to the subcutaneous layer. The subcutaneous layer is considered deep to the epidermis.